Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War stream. So today, version 8.5 question mark, I have no clue. So far we have not gotten it. It does seem like everything is aligned for it to be today, though of course there are other factors that may have made it not happen today. One of them being the Shiny Key exploit thing that happened yesterday. So due to that, they may have delayed it today. But yeah, they might have just moved Guild Wars back a little bit because I'm pretty sure they have to have it before the week of Guild Wars. So if they want Guild Wars next week, today's the last day they could do the update since they always, do it by Tuesday. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But from what I could tell, yeah, no one's gotten the update yet. So yeah, it might just be a normal night of just, dailies, whatever's, grinding, maybe open some more Vault Keys, send out a bunch of codes, all that good stuff. But yeah, from what I can tell, yeah, no update yet. But still might happen within the next hour or so, though if it doesn't happen within the next hour, it's probably not happening today, unless they're just doing it really, really late today for some reason. But yeah, if we don't end up getting it today, that means we probably don't have Guild Wars next week. So they're going to need to change out the event for something that isn't Guild War. If I had to guess, you know what the upside of that is? Maybe Vault Weekend. Remember we were getting 1 billion Vault Weekends earlier? Well, we might be getting 1,000,000,001 because what else are they going to replace it with? Pretty sure it is going to be Vault Weekend. I don't know, I'll have to wait and see. But anyways, let's go ahead and add a code right off the bat. There you guys go. Enjoy. Hello everyone. Hello Bill. Hello Mark. Hello Crisp. Hello MK Jets. Hello Tyrion. Hello Ron. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Forgot to tell you yesterday, you got 52 shiny Palmy. Oh gosh, there's so many. Isn't that one electric Pikachu ripoff from their own game? They're ripping off Pikachu in their own game. Oh yeah, I already did some of the dailies earlier too, in case we weren't streaming today. No, we still are. Even if we don't have the update, we'll still go and mess around with all the things. Let's just go through Explore real quick. Just a quick standard quick kill team. Also, we do finally have the weekly video up. So if you guys haven't checked that out, we have all the teams for all the weekly stuff in the video, as well as just going over everything for the week, as we normally do for the weekly video. It was up a little bit later, but it is up as of earlier today. So hello, Dark Sagan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So hello, Ron. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Lester. Welcome, welcome. Oh no, I will be doing a Brighter Shores stream actually tomorrow for some amount of time. I'll probably do it around noon tomorrow. I actually got an update back on Monday that I still haven't tried. They added some new quest thing. Shouldn't take more than a few hours to do everything though. But I'll be doing a small stream for that tomorrow. I don't know, I've kind of just been playing the waiting game with that game. They made some pretty questionable decisions and now they're kind of just in development hell. So I'm kind of just waiting until they get out of development hell. But at some point they'll get there. It's one of those games where they've kind of done a bunch of stuff to do it to make it kind of meh. But give it like a few years, hopefully it'll get there. It's gonna take them longer than a couple months though. It's your highest 3-hour haul ever? Huge congrats, Tyrion. Nice, nice. So solo, yeah, welcome, welcome. So I stopped by Genki stream a little bit earlier today. Apparently Palia got a big update. I'm gonna go stream that again sometime. Honestly, I haven't played it since like, gosh, September? That one like cozy MMO thing. I had a lot of good time doing co-op with them here and there. I haven't done it publicly for like half a year now though. But I've played it a few times since then with them. Just not on stream. No plans on Expedition 69? You mean Expedition 33? I have not looked into it yet. I still need to go figure out what it is. But I don't know, I might check it out, we'll see. Is it free or is it like, because I'm not even sure what kind of game it is. It's like a $70 game. Definitely look into it later. I just haven't had time in the last day. It's hello, Cookie! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's Palia been well. Hey, did we get our objective yet? Yeah, we did. Okay, I'm just doing excess at this point. We way overshot that. Also, I still haven't claimed my shiny keys yet. No, just kidding. Obviously, it's not shiny keys anymore. But I haven't even gotten like halfway there yet. Mostly because I haven't gone out of my way to power grind for it. Obviously, if you just quick kill explore for like 15 minutes, you'll pretty much get it. All Seeing Eye we will be skipping. However, if you guys haven't gotten it yet, really good weapon. You can get it for either 410 gems or in Soulforge only today. But it explodes a bunch of brown gems, summons a random All Seeing Eye troop. But the main thing that's good about it is it does blue storm while being blue. There's only a few weapons in the entire game that do this. a mass explode into storming itself. And this is a pretty decent one, so definitely worth considering if you don't already have it. It's actually so good that it got nerfed by 2 mana cost. You still need to be 14 mana, but it got raised to 16. But yeah, really solid weapon. If you haven't picked it up, you can only get today, and it probably won't be back around for another, like, half a year? Actually, I'm even using it for this team right here for Jar of Eyes for a little bit extra mana accumulation. It's a Game of the Year contender from what you've heard? Interesting. I'll need to look into it some more later. Turn-based RPG? Ooh. Alright, that made it sound like 1,000 times more enticing. Turn-based RPG, ooh. But I'll need to look into it later. If it seems interesting enough, yeah, I might go get it and stream it. It's a JRPG made by French devs that left Ubisoft? That's pretty funny. I don't know, what has Ubisoft really done recently? Ubisoft has done, like, so many bad things. So that's actually a good sign that they've left Ubisoft. They left Ubisoft, which is why it's good, I know, right? Yeah, that's a really good sign. What am I doing? I keep forgetting. We have the Raid Slayer to literally just one-shot it whenever we want. I should probably click the one-shot button. But yeah, this honestly, this was probably one of the easier ones we've had in a while. We have one of the best mana accumulation troops in the entire game, a solid damage source, and a boss slayer that has a decent amount of extra turn potential. Converting 3 green into brown is not that bad. Like, if that's all that it did, it would be pretty bad. But doing that in combination, one-shotting the boss isn't that bad. Has decent extra turn potential. Obviously not guaranteed, but better than the average raid troop that has like 0. At least has a chance to extra turn if nothing else. Because ideally what we do every fight is just do Thrall, then one-shot the boss, then immediately go into our dragon. Which also feeds it brown mana if it didn't already have full brown mana. And Hero's kind of just here to exist. Actually, the main reason he's here is the extra stats. This Kingdom, if you have it max, actually gives you a lot of extra magic for having a pure Darkstone team. I think it's like extra 6 magic at my current amount of upgrades. Just for having Hero on the team compared to not having it. Which is not that bad at all. But yeah, anyone seeing any updates out there? It doesn't seem like it's happening tonight. Oh no, it might have to change the stream title. It did have a question mark in it though, so it's not wrong. Or are we getting 8.5 tonight? Though it seems like if it's not in by now, if there's like no signs of life from it yet, it might not be happening today. I start doing it like an hour or 2 from now. But normally to do it pretty much right at this time. I have a feeling whatever happened yesterday made them delay the patch or something. Alright, we did all that. Campaign. Because I'm pretty sure the Guild War still says, yeah. Where is it? Yeah, Guild War still says next week. Because 8 days and 6 hours is next week's Thursday, right? Yeah, that's next week's Thursday. Which is when next Guild War is supposed to be happening. But I'm pretty sure they need an update by then. And I don't think they can do it midweek. Like, I don't think they can do it next week's Tuesday. So they're probably going to have to delay that by a week or something. Oh yeah, don't forget to do your Spring Daily. Did I even buy it yet today? I did. Did I do them yet today? I have not. I bought them but didn't do them. Yeah, at this point, the only thing we're missing is Power Orb. We have all the important loot from it. But of course, you want to buy the pet 6 times for 700 total to get the initial one maxed and the golden version. One of the troop, which we did cover our team for in the video. It's okay. It's nothing over the top. It's definitely not like a Wand of Stars replacement, but it's a gimmick that's, you know, usable. It's where, honestly, I wish all troops were. Where it's not quite the meta, but it actually does something that isn't completely useless. It's not like one of those troops that come out and you forget about it for the rest of time because it's so bad. Like, at least it does something. You're not going to use it that often, but, you know, at least it does something. They need more troops like that. That aren't necessarily, like, the strongest thing in the game, but are actually usable and not just benched for the rest of time the second they come out. Question mark confirmed, you're safe. Yeah, I keep refreshing the page. I don't have it up right now. But yeah, I'm not seeing it on the forum. Let's see if I go check the patch notes section. Nope, 8.4. Yeah, I'm not seeing it there. Yeah, it looks like it got delayed by a week or two or so. I am curious if it got delayed because of what happened yesterday or not, though. Or if it was just always planned to get delayed. They just haven't updated us on it. Which sounds like something they would do. Because the community manager is currently, like, sick and everything. So there really isn't anyone to communicate to us that they may have changed their plan recently. Luckily, next patch is a pretty small one anyways. It's the one that we're getting later this summer that should be the biggest patch of the year. The one that... actually, we don't know if it's exactly going to be at the end of summer. But it definitely will be in the second half of the year. We should be getting the update that finally rebalances the entire game. Where it adds that system where you can counter extra turn spam teams and stuff like that. Very curious to see what they do with it. As the main thing they're trying to do is try to discourage infinite extra turn spamming. At least occasionally in like PvP and such. As well as be able to hard counter specific builds. With the main ones being, of course, extra turn spamming. But it'll be able to counter stuff other than just that. It's just the most noteworthy one. What was the response to the shiny keys? That's the best part. We haven't gotten one yet. I have heard from people that people who did get all the shiny keys, it looks like they got removed from the accounts, from what I've heard. I don't know because I didn't actually get any shiny keys, so my shiny key stack should still be there, right? It better be. How are my shiny keys holding up? Yeah, there's a normal amount. But I've heard some people that had the glitch had it all reverted back. But from what I can tell, I haven't seen a public statement anywhere on their socials or forum or anywheres in regard to it. But yeah, we should soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed. As it currently stands, no, there's no response from what I'm aware of. Alright, we're good to go there. Tyrion, you slacker nuts. Also, if anyone wants to join the guild, we do have 4 spots left. We need to fill one of them before next Guild War. Alright, let's go to Underspire. Have I bought my torches yet? Yes. Alright, let's go keep going then. So far, we're on a perfect Underspire run. We're still going to have to backtrack for the dead end rooms later, even if we do get it perfect. No one gets everything, or no one gets anything. I don't know, I'll have to wait and see what the response is. But they have not given one yet. I was really hoping that they would do so by the time I covered the video earlier, but they did not. I'll probably cover it separately sometime later this week. It does seem somewhat relevant to mention. They're still contemplating what they should say about it. Because it's pretty much one of the biggest mess-ups, if not the biggest mess-up ever. From like a resource value perspective. Oh, we already found a door. That one's gonna go there. So this one's more likely then. These are probably both dead ends though. Wait, is there official posts on the forums about it? Wait, is there? I haven't seen it from what I can tell. Is it in the 13k shiny keys weekly progress thing? Let me see. Have they? Oh, wait. Is this something? No, no, no. That's someone replying to someone else. I don't know, where is it? I don't see it in the post here. Maybe on the weekly post? Did it get posted here? I'm not seeing it. Did they post it on their socials? I wouldn't think they would post it there. But I don't see anywhere. Am I familiar with Pokemon Snap? Yes, I am. I never played the remake, though. Or, you know, the new one. I played the original one on N64, though. Oh, we get double dead-ended. Oh, is it in Toxic Avengers? Okay, let me go double check. So it is in the weekly post. Let me see. Did they post it as a comment, or did they post it in the main post? Maybe that's what I'm missing. Show full post. Loading. Why is it not loading quicker? There we go. No, it's not there. Nope, not it, not it, not it, not it, not it. Oh, okay, here's something. Wait, there was something a day ago. Wait. I didn't see this. Hello, everyone. Just popping in quick to post about the Shiny Key reward issue that appeared while our support Superhuman Jitto is still out recovering. The Shiny Key reward that was appearing is a bug as the reward for the special weekly event on the Daily's Adventure Board screen was meant to copy the be a copy of Azala's Bumblebee. The team has pushed a fix out, so the correct reward is now showing for players who haven't collected the reward yet. A fix is currently being worked on to remove the excess Shiny Keys from players' accounts who have collected the Shiny Key rewards before the first fix went out. This will also revert and remove any Shiny tokens and Shiny dust gained from using those extra keys. Okay, so basically just reverting back everything. At the same time, this fix will replace those keys with the correct reward with a copy of the bee. Okay, so they're just reverting everything back then. Do they actually have a way of checking that, though? They're just reverting everything back. Okay. Which is what you would expect. That's good, then. Rip on-screen chat. Oh, yeah, I was just doing it on the other thingy. I can go find it on the on-screen one real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I was reading it on the post. I can get to it real quick. If I ever want to load. It's even slower on Steam. But yeah, it's this post right here. There it is. This was the one I just read. This one right here. This is everything I literally just read. Yeah, it was posted 23 hours ago. I didn't see that earlier. I didn't think they would post it on this post. I thought they would post it on the other one. But they posted it on the weekly post. And everything below it, I think, is just people discussing. Let's see if they mention anything again. No, it's just people talking about it. There's no official post beyond that. Yeah, that was the post I just read. This right over here. Yeah, basically they're just rolling back everyone who got the keys. Okay, that works. You still have 60k dust? Well, they're probably still working on it. It's probably one of the other reasons why we didn't get the patch today. Is they're trying to fix the rollback on the dust and everything. Because the post did specifically say dust and keys and tokens. It wasn't just the keys. I think the keys was the only thing they rolled back so far, but they do plan to roll back everything for it. It's probably just harder to track the other thingies. Because they're pretty much going to have to manually go in and do that one at a time, I'm pretty sure. Like, there's no, like, blanket fix they could do. Oh, there we go. We found a door. Nice. Decent luck on Underspire this week. Luckily, it doesn't really matter if we get that lucky or not because the team's actually pretty free for once. And at the later battles, we just move Hero to first slot to tank for our Thorel. And the reason I'm not using it there right now is it blocks quite a bit of mana. But we're definitely going all the way for Underspire this week. Yeah, I do feel like shiny keys in general should be a lot more common. The main thing I'm really disappointed with shiny keys is that there's no way to, like, quote-unquote shiny hunt for shinies. Like, there's nothing you can do in the game to, like, farm shiny keys. There's a couple ways that you can earn them through various things. But you can't just, like, sit down for, like, 5-10 hours and just grind for shiny keys. It's all from, like, temporary purchases or temporary game modes and stuff like that. There's no infinite farm method for getting shiny keys. So is today no patch? Yeah, it seems like no patch today, most likely. If it's not out by a half an hour from now, I'm pretty confident in saying that we're not getting a patch today. And I'm pretty sure it's because of what happened yesterday. Would not be surprised. But that likely just means next week, Tuesday, should be patched. Unless you're delaying even further than that. There was actually one time where it felt like they were going to do the patch for like 3 weeks in a row. So every week it was like, this week is the patch week. And the next week is like, this week is the patch week. And then the following week is like, this week has to be the patch week. And then it finally was. That has happened before. I feel like we're about to go on that arc again. Where we're not getting a patch this week. We're going to think we're going to get a patch next week, but we're not going to get a patch next week. But then the week after that, there's no way we're not getting a patch by then. It's only ever happened once, and I can't remember why it happened. Or they had to push it back, like twice. Yeah, the patch is mostly fixing Guild War. I'm not sure everything it's doing, but one of the fixes within the patch is Guild War improvements. Because they can't do another Guild War until that patch gets out. And originally, of course, we were supposed to have a Guild War next week. On Thursday of next week. And you have to do the patch before the week starts. So for there to be a Guild War on the 22nd, you would have to do a patch before the end of this week. And normally they do it on Tuesday. I don't know, maybe they'll do something weird and do it on like a Wednesday or Thursday. But generally it's almost always Tuesday with the ever so occasional Monday update. That's very rare though. Alright, we're out of keys here. I already bought the max for today, right? Yep. Alright, nothing else to do there. Alright, other things to do. Let's go ahead and redeem code. All dailies done there, all the dailies done there. And our redeem code here. Here you guys go. Enjoy. Alright, so next order of business. Campaign, nothing. Faction, don't need to do it. Not gonna bother. Raid boss, already did it. Spring event, I believe I already finished them all. Let me just double check in case I haven't. I have. Alright, I think that just leaves PvP then, right? He's already did dungeon earlier. I think I did that off stream actually. Yeah, and then we'll just open a bunch of Volkies. Start whittling them down. We're definitely not going to eat the whole pile today, but we'll probably go down to like 50 or something. Alright, so PvP. We got to go do the battle from yesterday and set up the battles for tomorrow. Which means we got to do Giant and I think Divine was the other one. Yeah, Giant and Divine. Oh, Divine is double. I might have to use insta-kill Divine or something. Because that's going to be annoying to kill normally. Alright, first things first. Let's go get over our bonuses. Let's get our magic. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to take a double bonus here as well. It's Tuesday. I know. You have plenty of time. No worries, Tyrion. I was just joking. Yeah, there's something else we need to go grind too, which we could actually do tonight potentially. I need to do some more Explore 12. The only thing stopping me from having Blackhawk give us a permanent extra attack bonus is the medals. I think I only have 12 out of 20 troops fully medaled. I have everything else there needed to max it out. The only thing we don't have is the medal grind from Explore 12, or any Explore, but obviously we'll do Explore 12. So maybe we'll do some of that tonight. We're definitely not going to finish the whole grind, but I need to start working on it. It's not even that long. Like, I'm pretty sure like 4 or 5 hours of Explore 12 would get us there. It's just with how much Explore I do per week, it's like half an hour to an hour. So at current rate, it will take me like 2 months to get there. But obviously you can grind it in a single day. Alright, one down. Let's grab the other one. Question. 1 second. Where's my correct room? There it is. Oh, I don't have a team? Really? Why don't I have a team set up? Thrall. Leprechaun. Wand. Which I probably should have grabbed Flower first. Flower. That should be everything. Class. I'll go mech. Mech. Banner. Purple, green. Yeah, should be good to go. Alright, question. You've answered this before a while ago, but new players would like to answer it. How do we know the numbers progression in our EXP bar on Gems of War by numbers needed for next level? Wait, I'm confused with how you question that. Wait. How do we know the numbers progression in our EXP bar on Gems of War by numbers needed to level? There is not a way to check it, because you can't see your total EXP or anything. You can see how much EXP you're getting per battle, and it's static per kill that you get. Like right now, every time we kill 4 things, we'll get 110 EXP. But there is currently no way to check how many 110 EXPs we need to go fill this from 1980 to 1981. So that number is almost irrelevant in that sense. But the amount of EXP you gain in the game is static based on kills. So if you kill 4 enemies in a battle, you get 4 kills worth. If you kill 7, you get 7 kills worth, so on and so forth. It's purely based on kills rather than the difficulty of the battle. So doing quicker battles tends to be more beneficial. It doesn't matter how strong the enemy is, you're getting the same amount of XP for killing each one. Like this one, I got 5 kills, so I should get more than 110 XP. Because we killed 5 instead of 4. So it should be like 134 or something. Yeah, 137. But how many of those do you need to get a level? I have no clue. There's nowhere in the game that shows the number. They are likely going to be reverting back the dust into troops. According to the post that we were just looking at earlier, they do plan to revert back both the dust and the troops as well. It's just taking them a little bit longer to do so. Because we just went to the post that mentioned it earlier. And it did specifically mention... Oh, I'm not on it anymore. But it did specifically mention they're doing it for everything. It was probably just easier for them to do the keys, but a little bit harder to track the other two. But yeah, it says it's currently being worked on, which means it's not out yet. To remove the excess shiny keys from players' accounts who have collected the shiny key rewards before the fix went out. This will also revert and remove any shiny tokens and shiny dust gained from them. So what likely happened is they did the shiny key part, but they haven't done the dust and token removal yet. But that seems like what has happened, because they did mention they're removing both. It's just they only did one of the 3 so far. That being the shiny keys themselves. But by the end of it all, they do plan to revert all of it back. Yeah, the amount of shiny keys I was given the other day was based on the ID number of the pet. You can actually see that if we go to... oh, I can't anymore. I was going to say, we can see it if we go to Terran's World. I forgot, Terran's World doesn't exist anymore. Wait, does that one website show it? But yeah, everything does have an ID to it. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Notice how all these have an ID number for these upcoming pets. Like this upcoming one of 13396 or 5 and then 13396, so on and so forth. Basically, it read this number as how many shiny keys to give out instead of the pet. But yeah, every single troop and pet and weapon has this in the game. But that's basically what happened, because I believe it was 13393, which means the golden one would have been 13394. So that makes sense. So that checks out. Because I'm pretty sure that was how many keys were given out. 13,393 shiny keys yesterday. And that would have been the ID number for the pet that should have been there. Whereas 13394 is the golden version, and 13395 is whatever on earth this thing is for Groshnak that's coming out in the near future. But that's basically what ended up happening yesterday. Is instead of the pet being there, the ID number of how many shiny keys it was there instead. Which is a very, very big reward difference. Very, very, very big. But yeah, every weapon in Troop also has an ID number like that. It's just normally not relevant. Actually, that's not true. I believe the ID number for those are used when you make a team code. Because that's actually one of the reasons why they exist. Why pets need them, I'm not sure. I guess just because how the game reads it. But if I'm not mistaken, when you go and copy-paste a team, it's actually their ID number that gets used. Like if I go to this team and do a copy-paste, I'm pretty sure there's all the troop and weapon ID numbers right here for every single one of the troops. So something like, oh no, is this Thrall? Would this be Thrall? Yeah, it should be based on how much lower that number is. So I believe this is Hero Class, or is this one Hero Class? I don't remember. But whatever it is, like these are the ID numbers for a bunch of the troops on the team, for example. Yeah, it should be these 4 then. So yeah, this should be the ID number for... Oh, no. Wait, is that the weapon then? I'm not sure. It's hard to tell which one is for which. But that's basically what it is. Same as like the pet one. But they use it for quite a few things in the game. Alright, did we go over a magic bonus? Yeah, we did. Okay. First things first. Since we're already here, let me go do the Citadel thing. And after the Citadel thing, we'll go claim over gold marks then. Yeah, achievements, 100% completion for Gems of War achievements was pretty easy back in the day. If you do dailies in this game, I would still say it's relatively pretty easy. I think the only one I haven't done, oddly enough, is the Shiny Key one. Which I gotta double check. I think it was like Shiny Key one and one other one. Oops. Where is it? Not web browser. Where is it? Achievements. Which one have we not done? I haven't done the Shiny Key one. I'm actually one shiny short, oddly enough. And you know we really didn't exploit the glitch. We don't even have the shiny achievement. And the only one I haven't done is the Immortals. Because realistically, to have the Immortals done right now, you have to have spent like $60 on PvP, and I only did it for the first one ever. But if you bought in every PvP pass up to this point, you should easily have this basically for free. Well, not for free, but you know. That's the exact opposite of free, but you know what I mean. Like, you're guaranteed to have it if you would have bought in every PvP pass by now. But I only ever bought the first one, so I only have one of them upgraded. There's quite a few that I have close to level 10, but they're not quite all the way there yet. But there's only 2 I don't have done. This one because I don't want to use all my shiny keys right now. I'm hoarding them all for later. And this one because it's basically money locked. Though doing enough daily PvP will get you there. You just have to do PvP for like half a year to a year. Like the daily for the PvP system. Come on. I would like to cast sometime today. That was a really long turn. But yeah, most achievements in Gems of War are completely time-based, though. There are very few that are skill-based. Honestly, I would still say the most skill-based one, though it's not like exceedingly hard, but could definitely be challenging, especially if you never played Treasure Hunt yet, is getting 2 volts in Treasure Hunt. Is probably the most challenging achievement to get in the game. Not necessarily the hardest, or as far as the one that actually requires like skill for something, rather than just grinding it over and over again. It's probably the most skill-based achievement in the game right now. Is double vault in Treasure Hunt. Alright, now we just gotta go claim our gold marks. We'll do the easy one first, and then we'll take the harder one. I think I already have a team built for this too. No, we do not. Unfortunate. Didn't we do this yesterday? Oh, it's because I changed out the immortal thing. So it deleted my team. I feel so tempted just to do a Baldur team. Because what do we really have for mana accumulation? Because the answer is almost nothing. Alright, so yellow, yellow. Let's go mech into... You know what? Even more yellow. Why not? All in yellow. The full yellow assault. That should be all we need. Oh, yeah, you know what? We don't need mech. Let's go Archmages. I think I did this yesterday too. And that way, if we do Umbral Stars, we have both purple and yellow. Is there still spots available in the guild? Yes. If you want to join, let me know. Just give me your team code and I can get you in. I don't think Isabel's here to go do all her normal stuff that she does, but she'll be back eventually. She's currently doing Palia. Just had a major update today. Oh no, Wanda Stars, needy not to die. Do I have a Cascade here? Yes. I was gonna say, nice, another Valhawk. I keep forgetting they're guaranteed. Honestly, that was one of the best changes for quality of life they've done in a very, very long time. 20k miles in Journey isn't easy. Honestly, that is kind of true. Especially ever since the Journey nerf, because I actually did that achievement before the Journey troop nerf. So that actually is true. You can brute force it with enough gems, though. Because I'm pretty sure you can use the sigil bonuses, meaning you get technically 200% extra stats on every battle. If you wanted to use like literal thousands of gems. But if you're doing it with no stats boost, yeah, that honestly is probably one of the hardest few. Because not only are Journey troops nerfed, but their stats get really, really, really high. It also costs a lot of gems. Like even if you're not spending for any extra bonuses, I think it's almost like a few thousand gems. Like 2,000-3,000 gems or something. And that's if you don't use any stat bonuses. It's even more if you do. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that, because I actually did it pre-Journey Troop nerf. But that achievement got a lot harder after Journey Troops got nerfed into the ground. You finally got the lover, so you can craft your own Wanda Stars? Nice. Yeah, having Wanda Stars is so nice to have, especially early on. It's basically just a fix-all for every team. Just run that, Leprechaun, and 2 damage sources, and you have a team out of literally any game mode, pretty much. It's so, so good. I'm curious if they're ever going to nerf it. They were planning on it at one point, and then still never have. Not sure if they're just never going to or what. Because currently, whenever you fight it in PvP, you don't even have to face it. It gets replaced with Prismatic Orb instead. Same as Stellaryx, it gets replaced with Diamantina instead. Oddly enough, Flower Dragon does not get replaced with anything. Because that temporary fix that they did was before Flower Dragon existed. Ooh, big miss. Hey, gold has been claimed. And let's go claim the other one. I believe we get a deep book out of it too, don't we? How close are we on PvP thingy? Yes, we do, because we get double. Nice. Alright, let's go get it. We get a deep book out of this. Oh gosh, is everyone just running Takshaka team? Oh no. Is it literally just all Takshaka? Like, I'll do the same, but... do we have access to the Fairy Fire thingy? I don't think it's Divine. I don't remember. I think it was Dragon Mystic or Dragon something. Or Dragon Fae. So yeah, we don't have access to the other thing. We do have access to Entangle Fairy Fire and Freeze Fairy Fire, though. Which seems really tempting. And then we just go, what do we have under the Empower category? Not much. It's either convert red to yellow or purple to yellow. Which isn't bad. I'm just not sure if I want to use a whole Takshaka slot for that. I'm just gonna go all Takshaka. I'm just going all in. I'm going triple Takshaka wand. It'll be fine. Because I want better infinite loop. Oh, I need a way to cleanse. Oh, yeah, the wand. It fixes everything every time. I'm still going to go mech, though, in case they have barrier, just to get rid of it early. And then the only other thing we need is blue. Because this thing creates blue and green. And the one we care about way more is blue. As blue feeds back into itself. Whereas green just goes in the wand. Alright, should be good to go. Don't think we change anything else there. Do you know the third easiest delve after Deep Hive and Amethyrax? I feel like All Seeing Eye is pretty easy. It actually has the event going on today, oddly enough, too, if you want to progress a little bit further. Like, it literally has an event right now. Though we'll be skipping it today, as I normally do. But, yeah, All Seeing Eye is pretty easy. You have Resummon, which you get better value from than the enemy. It's a really well-balanced team that benefits actually using everything in correct order. Since you have first turn advantage, you can deny their green before they get it, because you get to convert like blue to green or whatever it does before they do. So when they cast it, they're going to do nothing out of it because you already claimed all the value from it. So yeah, I would say All Seeing Eye is a pretty free one. And there's even an event for it today. So hello, Logic Slayer. Welcome, welcome. Generally, any place that has Resummon, it is more in favor of the player than it is the enemy. Because the way that Resummons work is the player is capped at level 20 as far as Resummon. But the Resummon for the enemy comes in based on magic level. So if they're about to do an ability that has a magic of 220, their summon's going to only come in at level 220 even though they're level 500. Whereas yours is capped at 20 regardless. So you'll be doing 20, you know, regardless of what your magic is. So the enemy gets penalized a lot more from resummoning than the player does. At least when it comes to like delves and such. So another one that's actually pretty easy in that regard then is Stonesong Aerie. Because it has a lot of insta-kill, and, well, I mean, not a lot of insta-kill, but it has insta-kill route, it has full AoE route if you have higher stats, and it has a ton of resummon. The resummon can be a little bit annoying when actually doing the delve, but it's more in favor of the player than it is the enemy. So thank you, Mind Master, for the support. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Yep. Oh, what happened to half my team? Come back. I need you. Luckily, you only need one Takshaka to win. See, and this is why we didn't put Uller there. Oh no, his stats, they're too high. In all fairness, this place does have double stats right now, which is the main reason why we're getting absolutely obliterated sometimes. And of course, it got replaced with Prismatic Orb, so luckily we don't have to deal with enemies having one. Which makes this a little bit easier. Alright, there goes half my team again. Gosh, this is kind of annoying. They cast one time and I lose half my team every time. There's not really any counterplay to it. Because they have double stats, so not much we could really do. But hey, once we get this done, we get a 4th of a deed book just for clearing this out today. Definitely worth it. Though we will lose a handful of times for sure. Luckily we have infinite tries. It's not like we're spending any resources to try to win here. I just got one left. Just don't miss. Yeah, we should be good to go. And as match. Alright, one more to go. Good, we get a weak one. You have no problem for the help. If you have any other questions, let me know. Hey, there we go. And now with that 28 gold drop. Oh, wow. The Bottas leaderboard is free this week. I definitely got to do it at some point this week. Only 3.3k for second place. That is so free. We got such an easy Ruby rank. We got to go claim our 75 or 80 gold crowns later by the end of the week. But for now, let's go claim the ones that we have on the deed book. I mean, yeah, the deed book. Come on, purple. Nice! Redeem code time. Wow, we actually got it. Huge. We still have one purple Magic Kingdom left. The final Magic Kingdom. How many are we short? Let me go double check. I know we're still a long ways away, but how close are we? Because this is the only Magic Kingdom I don't have max. Oh, we're kind of close. Because I already put some of the upgrades because there's nowhere else I want to go put them. But yeah, we're getting there. We have 5 out of the 24 we need. So we only need 19 more purple deed books and we will have all of them. And then we'll have every Magic Kingdom in the entire game max. It's still going to take a while, though. But, hey, one deed book at a time. There we go. There's the codes we already handed out earlier. Thank you, whoever been claiming it for us. Alright. Oh, is that every daily? I think that is. Let me just double check, and then we'll go open some Vault Keys. And we'll hand out a redeem code every time we get a good drop. Yeah, from what I can tell, that's everything. Some more copies of the troop. Is that enough for an upgrade? Where's my immortals? Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Yes, it is. I think I need level 10 before we get the next thingy, though. Oh, there we go. Another one for the pile. Just speaking of level 10s, how many level 10s do we have? One, obviously, from the one we bought. Really? Only that one? Did I do that little PvP the other 2 seasons? Oh, yeah, don't forget. I mentioned it during the video. But this is the second to last week of the PvP season, by the way. Next week is the final week, so whatever goals you want to get done for the anything related to the current PvP season. This is the second to last week that you can go and complete anything. So whatever you want to get done, yep, it's almost the end. Oh yeah, you need to get to level 11, it looks like. The other one for Burning Marks is get, I think this is 150k points. How many do we have right now? I believe you need 150k for that. We currently have 91k. That means next week I would have to do about 50k PvP points. I don't know, maybe we'll make that a goal next week. But yeah, in order to go get the extra 20 burning marks, only 20 burning marks, we'd have to do 50k points worth of PvP. I don't know, we'll see. That's definitely doable. Not sure if I want to do that much PvP next week. That is definitely an option. Alright, anyways, let's go do some Vault Keys now. We'll go open them up until we get to 50 then, so we'll do 71 of them then. Oh, not with that team. Where's a good old Flower Dragon team? The quick kill one. Yeah, generally just opening a bunch of gem keys and glory keys and seal keys tend to be the best way to just get general progression as far as upgrading kingdoms. Like all the ones that have the really wide drop table. You also want to try doing it when there's not an exclusive mythic in the drop table, which right now is perfectly fine to do that. But the first Friday of every month, the week after that Friday, there's only one mythic in a normal drop table, like Glory Gem Guild and VIP chest. And earlier on in the game, that's actually when you don't want to open up your keys. Because if you already get the mythic, every mythic that you get during that time will keep being that mythic. So once you get one copy of that, unless it's really good to have more than one copy of it, you generally want to stop opening keys until after the exclusive mythic week. But that only affects the first week of every month, starting from the first Friday of the month. So like right now, it's perfectly fine to go open keys. Is you want to get the wider drop table so that you can just upgrade every kingdom simultaneously. The way that that system works is actually pretty good for catching up. Is when you only need a few options, you're wasting a lot of keys just trying to get them. But if you're a player trying to catch up to where everyone else is, you're getting a nice wide drop table, so a lot of those drops are not a waste. Like every single thing you're getting, you pretty much need. That's one of the few catch-up mechanics that are in the game. That and orbs. Orbs have been a really, really big help for catching people up. Best way to get them is to do Vault event weekends when they roll around and then opening all your Vault keys like we are right now. This is the best way to get orbs in the game. And as you're progressing through the game, you pretty much need every single one of them. Later in the game, there's only like 10% of them that we need. Like 10% of this thing's 100% drop table, or the only orbs we actually need. However, when we do get them, they're still pretty nice. As you're progressing through the game, every single thing that you get from an orb is useful. Like an orange, which saves you a bunch of trait stones for upgrading a troop, particularly legends and mythics. Or the final traits of epics. But with how progressive we are, our Jorb is completely dead content. It's a mechanic that helps people catch up. Because we'll get like hundreds, thousands of them that we don't need. But they help people catch up. Like right here, it's basically the equivalent of 75 gem keys. If your guild is at the point where you have 40,000 steals for a week, which depending on your guild you probably won't have until near the end of the week, you can just spend a bunch of orbs, get to 40,000, and then your steal keys effectively act as gem keys. And this is 75 gem keys worth. If you break that down into gems, this is basically 675 gems from a single drop. You can't use it as gems, but 675 gems worth of keys. Which is really, really solid. I know, bring me back. I'm surprised they still haven't fixed that glitch where you can like spam click out of that screen. Yeah, it's pretty easy to have 40k these days. Mostly because of how many more ways there are to gain orbs back in, compared to back in the day. Where a few people can just spend like 1 billion purple orbs and get to 40k pretty quickly. Even if everyone else in the guild isn't contributing that much. Like, I have so many spare purple orbs right now, I think I could do it for an entire year straight. Like, if I went into my own guild... But technically, this is my guild as well. But, you know, if we were to just go into a solo guild, we would be able to hit 40,000 every single week for an entire year with how many spare purple orbs I have. So in a full guild, it's pretty easy since you only have to normally throw a few down. It's not that hard to get a few purple orbs in a week. Especially if there was a Vault event weekend recently. Well, it's 9 o'clock. Is the update not out? It sure seems like the update's not out. I go double check. Nope, not seeing any. Not seeing any over here. Let me go put it over here. 1 second, if I can get there. Nope, now I wanted. Yeah, no update today. I wonder if what happened yesterday made it so they didn't do it. Yeah, no update. Rippity. But hopefully next week's Tuesday. Well, I guess we're not having Guild War next week then. Is basically what that tells us then. We're almost guaranteed not to have Guild Wars next week. As I don't think they can do the update on Tuesday and roll out Guild Wars by Thursday. The Guild War would have to be the following week after the update, not the week of. $40K seals doesn't sound that easy. No, it's not that easy if you do it for a very long time. But if you've been hoarding them for a while, it's not too bad. You would eventually run out though. Unless you like crazy farm vault events. You have to keep in mind, you don't technically have to do it every week. You only have to do it whenever you want to open them. So you can go months without doing it every week. And then whenever you want to go finally open them, you just dump a bunch of purple orbs and then get your 40K. Because if you were realistically actually doing that in a solo guild, you pretty much only have to do that, like, what, 3-4 times a year? Maybe at most once a month if you really want to use it for, like, every mythic or something. But you could do it as few as a few times a year. You just cash in all the seal keys then. Because honestly, I haven't actually even opened seal keys in years upon years now. Because just the gem keys that we get from vault events have been keeping us afloat for years now. And I haven't been farming them that much lately. Though the pie always starting to dwindle though, because I haven't been farming them as much lately. We're down to like 22.5k. Like we're as high as like 40k at one point. But still, that's like crazy high. And every single one of these, like every 10,000 of these is like one mythic. So between this stack and this stack, we have about, what is that? That's 11 and that's 22. So we have 33. Just between these two stacks alone, we have 33 mythics. And the rate at which they add them, that's like pretty much 3 years of mythics, since obviously we'll get some more in that time. But this is pretty much 3 years worth of mythics before I would have to go dip into seals. So we have a 3-year buffer. And that's not even really counting anything that we get in between. Because obviously we wouldn't be getting 0 within that time. We'd be getting, you know, a good handful of them. Including right now. Yeah, all pet bonuses are global. You don't need to be wielding them. Every pet bonus in the game is always active. The pet that you have on your shoulder is purely cosmetic. That's why there's so many cosmetic-only pets. Because it doesn't matter which one you're actually wielding. But yeah, the most effective pets are the Kingdom bonus ones. Out of any pet type in the game, Kingdom bonus is by far the strongest. Not only do you only need 2 instead of 3 or 4 on the team, but if you upgrade the Kingdom star level, you start to eventually get even more bonuses on top of that bonus. There's like 4 or 5 different upgrades where you get even more bonuses on the bonus, on top of the pet bonus that you already have. Yeah, any Kingdom bonus is by far the most useful. But of course, every other one still adds up. 35 more keys to go. No good drops tonight, though. At least none of the really good ones. Like right there, we just got 24 gem keys for the stack. Like that's not bad, but it's not one of the really, really good ones we want. It's definitely a decent drop, though. There's a question bothered you for years. On videos, even now, game speed seems like even faster than 4 times. Is it possible to get it like 6 times or 8 times? Or is it just a visual illusion? Pretty sure it's a visual illusion. That, or if you're watching it on a video, maybe you're accidentally watching on higher speed. Because YouTube does have speed options to watch things quicker. It could just be how the video compresses or something, though. But no, we're on standard 4 times speed. There should be. Where's the setting for it? Yeah, 4 times speed. It doesn't go higher, right? It shouldn't. Yeah, 4 times as high as it goes. Though I do have to say, the game definitely looks a lot different compared to when you're playing it, compared to when you're watching it after the fact. Because whenever I watch back some of the parts in the videos or streams or anything, it's very noticeable, like, how many mistakes you make constantly. Because the board just looks so much different when you're looking at it after the fact compared to actually playing. Like, the way that you focus on it's like a little bit different. When you don't need to be constantly clicking and everything. One other reason it might feel a little bit weirder for this too, at least for streams, not necessarily for videos because I do it differently for videos, but for streams, I have it a bit more stretch than the screen you would normally have it on. Like the gameplay is almost like cubed instead of like, you know, how it normally is. And that's mostly just so I can have chat and everything there without it looking weird or having blank space. Because I have it stretched down right now. The dimensions right now are not like 16:9, which is what I normally play it in, or when I record it in. Like, it's a really weird ratio of 1920, 1680. Is I have it at 1080p for the width, but I have the vertical set to what my current monitor is. And I have a really, really wide screen. I think it's like a 2K monitor, so it's up to like 2K width right there. Or verticalness, I mean. Whereas the width is just set to 1080p. It's only when I'm streaming, though. I record in normal 16:9 ratio at 1080p. Oh yeah, it could also be frame rate, too. Because I only ever stream and record at 60 FPS. And I forget what the FPS cap on this game, but your gameplay might be running at higher than 60 FPS. Or is all recordings and stream already exactly 60? Hey, 22 more keys and we still haven't gotten anything. Really unlucky night. So hoping for at least one good drop. Hopefully we'll get something for the final 50. No, don't bring me back. Go back. Gosh, I really hope next patch fixes that. I forget when they end up adding that. But it is so easy as of like the last half a year or so to mash out of that screen on accident. Hello, Rob! Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have exactly 69 keys remaining. Nice. Hello, Minds Master Jake too. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, 4 times as quick as the game speed goes. And whenever you do autoplay, I think it's capped at 1.5 times speed. There's no way to make it quicker. Which is like really slow motion. I don't think I can do autoplay for this, can you? Wait, can you autoplay a Volt? No, you can't. That's sad. Not like you would really need to. You one-shot it anyways. But yeah, it's not, whenever you autoplay, it's capped at 1.5. There's no way to make it quicker. Like if I go into this battle real quick. There's no way to make it quicker than 1.5 autoplay. Even though I have it set to 4 times right now. The autoplay will always do 1.5 times speed. It's really not worth using anywhere because you have to reset autoplay every battle. Which with how quick it is to win, it's almost quicker just to go and, you know, literally just win the battle than it is to set up autoplay. For the amount of time it takes up to set up. The only exception to this, if they ever allowed for treasure hunt, currently you can't. But if they ever do a treasure hunt update and allow autoplay and treasure hunt, it would actually be worth using there. Because the duration of the treasure hunt is actually long enough to justify using autoplay for it. Whereas Explore 12 is so quick that, yeah, honestly, by the time you click autoplay, you could have already won. Like, autoplay takes like a good, like, solid 5 seconds to go set up. And here we'll just click this, click it again, boom, we already won. Which is so much quicker than doing autoplay. Like, just even setting it up almost takes longer than the win condition. Due to the combination of 1.5 times speed, but also just the fact that you have to manually set it up every battle. But yeah, this game really heavily discourages you ever using autoplay. Not only is it barely usable anywheres, but there's not a single location that currently has autoplay where it's worth using autoplay on that location. Compared to just doing it manually. As manually is like 3 to 5 times quicker in pretty much every situation where it currently exists. Hello Imperial! Welcome, welcome. You're rushing to get keys yesterday. There was a point where your game seemed to freeze up. And you couldn't play the moves, but you could access the menu. And hit autoplay to bypass it. Oh, that's kind of funny. Yeah, there's some glitches like that occasionally. I thought they got most of those out, though. But there have been some soft locks in the past where you can still like use the menu, but everything else is frozen. That's kind of funny that autoplay fixed it, though. The PlayStation Network versions still haven't upscaled the HDR 4K frame rate, because it tiers the rendering scales, but you think they balance it at 4 times, so it fits PCs and consoles and mobile easier. Yeah, that would make sense. Because this game is mostly PC mobile. Console tends to be an afterthought a lot of times. The way that they set things up. Because it's basically a mobile game ported to PC, ported to consoles. But the PC port did come in really early, though. They actually technically did it exactly at launch. Because the start of the game was actually considered when the PC version came out. They don't actually consider it when the mobile version came out. Because the mobile version was out in like September or so of 2014. But they always consider the actual anniversary of the game in November, when the PC version was fully completed. Which of course is what we do almost everything on. Though these days I do normally do dailies on mobile. Well, obviously whenever we stream or record or anything like that, we always do it on PC. Alright, 2 more keys and we haven't gotten anything. I guess I'll hand out a pity code. Because honestly, we are so unlucky tonight. At least for Volkies anyways. It's really unfortunate. Oh, also we got an extra large code. No, that's just a normal code. But it says extra large. That's a lot of X's. It has like 5 X's. It's literally 10 characters long and 5 of them are X. That's funny. I don't think we've ever had a code with that many X's in it. And we got nothing, unfortunately. Boo. And I'll check one last time, but it does seem like we are not getting the patch today, sadly. Unfortunately. But, yep, no Guild War next week, unfortunately, it looks like. Because if this patch is getting delayed, that means Guild War is also getting delayed for the billing of time in the last year. Yep, I'm not seeing anything for it. We'll check the patch notes just in case. Yep, nothing. Alright, well, it's official. No 8.5, it looks like. Maybe next week's Tuesday. But it means Guild War is probably the following week, and obviously 8.5 then would also be the following week after that. Or, you know, the other way around. 8.5 hopefully next week, and then Guild War the week after that then. Unfortunate. What are those codes for? Oh, they just give a small amount of loot. It's just 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Use on the Gems of War website thingy. But yeah, you use, where is it? You just go to gemsofwar.com. What's the easiest way to get there? Let's go here. You go to gemsofwar.com. You click on redeem code. You put in whatever your invite code is, which is found underneath your game settings, wherever that is, right there. So whatever your game says there. And then we just put that there. Then we type in the copy paste for the code. And then boom, we have claimed it. It just gives a small amount of loot. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Nothing too much, but they add up. I'll end at least a few every stream. But anyways, guys, any other questions, anyone? Any other anythings? Otherwise, we'll probably be calling it here for now. Hopefully, next time we meet, we will be in version 8.5, but probably not. Because we'll have the Monday video and everything by then. But, yeah, as far as Gems of War, Monday's the next big thing. This weekend's just Bounty Hunter. So nothing too big this weekend. If we do get a huge update on the things with the shiny keys, we'll probably cover that in like a separate video or something. But yeah, it looks like 8.5 is going to be delayed. And with that, that also means Guild War next week is going to be delayed. But yeah, we'll go over that by the time Monday video hits next week and go from there. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching. Oh yeah, Jamie, by the way. Did you ever get give me the code thingy? I almost forgot about that. Because I might have gotten stuck with all the other things. Did you give me the code thing? Because didn't you mention you wanted to join the guild? On PC Mobile. I'm not sure if you did any follow-up to that message. I don't see it here. If you can message me on Discord or something. Or get into contact with Isabel. You're already in the guild? Oh, I thought you were saying you wanted to get in the guild. I'm confused now. Are there still spots available in the guild? Oh, I thought you were saying that as in you wanted to get into the guild. My bad. I completely read that as that. Never mind. But anyways, guys, goodbye, everyone. Catch you guys later.